we have just witnessed the greatest shadow nerf in Grow a Garden history, or did we? How's it going, guys? My name is Kro, and today we're going to talk about the video I made just yesterday. It was called the largest shadow nerf in Grow a Garden history, and since making that video nearly 17 hours ago, we have new information that I want to bring to you in this video. If that sounds useful to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become part of the first 100k OGs, and we're running out, guys. And let's get into the video. The entire premise of that video is pretty simple to explain in a short paragraph. Every single plant and fruit in this game has a chance to be huge built into its code. For example, this bone blossom has a 2.5% chance to be huge. This is why people can simply use a triceratops to grow them over and over and eventually get a huge bone blossom. And this number doesn't change whether it's the produce or whether it's the plant. They both state the same 2.5%. And every single plant and fruit in the game has its own built-in huge chance. The beanstalk, for example, is 0.33, as you can clearly see right here. And I know this number off my head because I'm constantly trying to grow a second giant beanstalk. But yesterday, something changed drastically. In the video, I demonstrated that many of the fruits, if not all of the best fruits, had been nerfed brutally to 0.01%. This was a disgusting shadow nerf on the part of the developers. Going from 2.5% for the bone blossom all the way down to 0.001 is an astronomical nerf, and it nerfs the plant size and the fruit size, as what we theorized in the video. The consequences of this nerf are far-reaching. For those of you who are like me and love to build huge plants for your garden just to stand out, that had become practically impossible. Going from a 1 in 300 chance to a 1 in 100,000 chance is an astronomical change that is utterly unfair, and people were rightfully angry. But it didn't just affect plant chance. We also theorized that it affected fruit chance, because bone blossoms going from 2.5% down to 0.001 means that the bone blossom method was dead. The horned dinosaur method was dead. The toucan method, every single method, the moon melon method was dead. And because of that, people would be never able to grow something as massive as this horned dinosaur, now worth 10.7 trillion, that stretches from the ground, because that's just the base, all the way up into the sky. Making gargantuan plants like that and fruits like that are some of people's favorite things to do in Grow a Garden. And this nerf took all of that away and made all the gardens homogeneous, built the same, to look the same. And that is not why many of us play Grow a Garden. This was critical. This was massive information, and this change could have ruined the game for everyone and started a downward spiral into oblivion. And we all love this game, and that's what we were worried about. And as soon as I published the video, I knew it was going to be a really important one, so I stood by the comment section and refreshed it constantly and talked to everybody and answered everybody's questions. And lots of theories were coming up in the comment section. And I mean lots, because on that video, there are approximately 1,268 comments. Though honestly, 300 of those are probably mine as I was talking to people. Lots. And I mean a ton of people were furious, saying they were never going to play the game. Some people had faith and thought it was a bug with the wiki, just a simple coding problem. And the number of people mentioning that the wiki could be edited was staggering. I responded to comments deep into the night, trying to get to the bottom of the situation, hoping it was simply a clerical error and not a major nerf. And I even said multiple times in the video that this could possibly be an error, and let's hope for the best. I mean, check this out. And the developers may have intentionally nerfed the fruits and accidentally nerfed the plants, or vice versa, or nerfed both on purpose, or nerfed both by accident, or the website is wrong. It has inaccurate information. I have no way of knowing for sure, but I wanted to bring this to your attention because this could change Grow a Garden for forever. And I just remembered I had that on 2x speed because I watch all YouTube videos at 2x speed. Sorry, guys. Now, there were two comments in my comment section that were really important in helping me get to the bottom of this, to think that this may not be a nerf, but may actually be an error. The first comment was this one right here. Now, this isn't the only person who spent time testing it, but it was the only person to provide me with a large enough sample size to give me hope. I have 7 squirrels and a 15-second echo frog. I will update in a couple hours with my findings. Basically, what he meant was he was going to use reclaimers tons and tons of times to replant important plants tons of times to see if this issue is actually real. And here are his findings, which he put in the edits. Edit 1. Just planted a bunch of bamboo, 150 of them, and he got 3 huges. I didn't get the chance to check the bamboo percentages back at that time, so I can't confirm whether that actually matters or not. Let's keep reading. Then he said, I grew a huge bone blossom tree, 1 out of 100, and 2 huge pear plants, 1 out of 20. Pretty sure just a wiki troll. And then this guy went and planted a bunch of pine cones. Huge giant pine cone now. I'm certain the odds aren't real. And I said this is really helpful, and I'm gonna screenshot this video for a future video. Considering his sample size, those are pretty good numbers to tell us that the wiki may be incorrect and the normal huge chances are still there. Then there was this comment who also gave me some hope. He says, guys, I've checked with people who often contribute to the wiki. The NERF is a template error. In the crops that ends up changing every crop in its percentage. This NERF is just a template error. So anyone who was claiming the NERF caused them to lose giant plants, it was just bad luck. Now, we have to take that person for his word, saying that he knows people who contribute to the wiki, but he was mentioning a template error. So I actually want to go and take a look at the data myself. But before I had the chance to do that, I woke up this morning and checked the percentages, and it looks like everything is back to normal. The burning bud's huge chance is back up to 0.2, which is where it was before. The beanstalk is back up to 0.33. And most importantly, the bone blossom is back up to 2.5%. So what went wrong to cause myself and everyone else to panic? Because the data was right there. It said 0.001%, and the wiki is our only source of this kind of information with no way to verify whether it's real or not. What happened? I logged into the wiki, made an account, and logged in, and decided to click View Source. And as you can see all the data here, including huge chance at 2.55%. Well, 2.5%. And hold on, guys. I'm trying to do this right this second. I have an account, and I'm no longer able to edit? Hold on, I checked earlier this morning and I was able to edit. Why can't I edit it now? Did the developers of the wiki decide to lock editing? Oh no, wait, I can edit the candy blossom. Interesting. Now, what happens with this editing feature? What if I added right here between the and candy blossom? Can I put the word amazing? Okay, I'm trying to add the word amazing to the candy blossom. Let's click the save button. Something went wrong. The page should not be saved for the following reasons. Provide a descriptive summary of your edit in the summary field. Editing disabled. You cannot make a page for the following reasons. Your account must be at least 1 day old to edit. Aw, man. I was trying to prove that just anybody could edit the wiki, but apparently it's not that simple. According to the wiki, all of the values for the huge chances are back to normal. At the time I made that video yesterday, they were out of whack. They said 0.001%, and they were all broken. Also, I've just discovered that the wiki has its own Discord server. That would have been useful yesterday. I went into the wiki and I looked up the word huge, and I found this person saying huge chances have been fixed, and he says earlier than that, I'll be working on the huge chances ASAP, don't worry. And when I clicked on his name, it said he was a wiki content moderator. So it was a wiki error and nothing more. That is the truth. And for that reason, I'm personally going to say that I'm very sorry. I tried to give you guys useful information every time I make a video, and I figured that that update to the wiki, though it may not have been an update, it may have been an error, that update was critical information that I felt all of you need to know. Sadly, I was misled by the wiki. And for that, I apologize. I will do my best to give you guys even better information moving forward. So hopefully this video was useful to you. If it was, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 100K OGs. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.